And we are live. We are live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube. We are live on Instagram, and we are with Alex, the beautiful,
How are you?
unbelievable, amazing Alex. Hi.
Thank you, Meir. Thank you. Hi. Hi.
How is Puerto Rico?
It's amazing weather. It's summertime. And everybody's going back to normal now in general. So businesses are opening and we're doing very good. So very happy.
Nice. Nice, very good, very good. So everything is open, normal or almost normal?
Almost normal. This actually today started to getting almost normal. They opened all the parks and the beaches so people can actually go in the water. So they're full.
Okay, and what about the restaurants and things like that?
They're open to go for now.
Open to go. And
yeah.
the most important thing, what's happening with the gym?
The gyms, no, not the gyms.
No.
You can do exercise outside, but not in a closed location.
It's still not. It's not the gym. We need the gym. The gym is the most important thing.
We're likely the next round.
Okay, good. Okay, talk to me. Ask me questions.
Okay, so me and Pedro, we learned so many things, especially about business with youth throughout different years. And I think one of the things that is most useful and impactful is really the keeping the stats in the business. So like right now with the current situation, like how important is to really understand where your business is.
Okay. So at the time of crisis, you need to be 100 times more accurate. You need to be 100 times more precise. You need to be really, you cannot afford mistakes. In a normal situation, you make mistakes and okay, it's not the end of the world. But when you have a disaster, you need to be super accurate. And right now, there is a disaster, and this disaster just started. It's not the end of the story. And how do you actually decide what to do? You need to look at facts, evaluate them, and based on that, act. Now, most of the people, when they think about the statistics, they think I've done $100 today, and they look at the kind of a table that says I've done $100 today, and the expenses was that, and this is how much money I have in the bank, and maybe they do that. It's something, but it's not statistic. This is just it's better than nothing, but it's almost nothing. In order to actually know what to do, you have to look at the trend. You need to look, are you going up? Are you going down? Or are you more or less the same? And within that, there's all kind of nuances. But first of all, you need to establish, are you going up? Are you going down? Or are you going the same? And the key statistic that you should collect, like the bare minimum, is money in the bank, account receivable, account payable, how much you sold, how much money you have in the pipeline, which means what's the deals, how much money you may close, and how many deals you have in the pipeline, and how many new customers you have, and how many existing customers you have. If you collect only those statistics, you will have enough data to decide what to do in your business. Of course, once you have the statistics, you need to know what to do with them. But first of all, gain the ability to collect the statistic. I'm not even talking to you about looking at them. And I know people say, well, but why should I collect it? Believe me, after working with thousands of customers, gain the ability to collect the statistic daily. Once you collected the statistic daily, write to me and I will explain to you what to do for free. I'll explain to you how to read it. But first of all, show me you can collect statistics every day. If you can collect those statistics, then with that, I can actually show you that those numbers hold the key to handling any situation in your business.
Yes.
Any situation in your business.
Yeah, no, and I completely agree, because like, as you say, you think that just looking at what you have currently, and just when we started adding at what is coming up, like what is going to close, it really gives you a perspective of, wait, I am in a good or not that good trend, so it makes you can adjust. So that is actually very key, and especially with this right now.
It's actually put you at the cause, because when the numbers are unknown, things just happen to you and you see the result. You cannot predict what will happen. But once you look at the numbers, if you follow the numbers on a daily basis and just follow the numbers, you don't need to know too much. There's a lot that you can learn about statistics, and statistics sounds like a complex thing, but it's not. It's quite simple. It's not involved mathematics. It's not involved numbers. Statistic basically sum up to, if you can see how much money you have and write it in an Excel, you will have statistics. There is nothing complex about statistics. It just sound really complex. But, really, I would call it even more accurately. I would say management by facts and not management by opinion. So if you manage by facts and not by opinion, you will see that obviously when you operate on facts, you will do better. And when you're not operating on facts, you will do worse.
Yeah, no, it's very true. Like, for example, we have properties for rental. And initially, we thought like, oh, wait, what we have in Airbnb, we'll have to put it for long-term rental. Just because the initial thought of the situation. But what has been interesting is really looking at the numbers, that, wait, people are still booking. They're still coming up pipeline. So let's keep it as it is. If we need to make a different decision in the future, we will. But really, we still receive just people booking, locals and tourists. So that has been good. Yes. So what advice would you give someone who's right now in a difficult economic situation, lost their job, or like, I know a couple of people that actually were trying to look for something new because they lost jobs. So.
Okay. So if you're in a difficult situation, the first thing that you need to close yourself on, that things will be okay at the end. Okay?
True.
You need to close yourself on this thing. It will be okay, because you always manage and you will manage again. Okay? And you die once, and so if you die, you don't even know it that you didn't manage, yes? Because you died, yes? So the thing is that 99.999% of the people will somehow manage, even if they will go bankrupt or not, they will somehow manage. Now, if you really want not just to manage, if you want to do well, you need two things. Number one, you need to decide that it will be okay. Then you need to decide that something can be done about it. That's all. Something can be done about it. Now, once you know that something can be done about it, you sit down without any distraction and you write down ideas, not practical ideas, not logical ideas, not any kind of specific thing about ideas. You just write ideas. What can you do about it? And it's important about what can I do about it. Yes, it's not necessarily that you can, but what you could. Like if there was, you had a magic wand and you could print money, I could print money. You know that you cannot, but it's an idea. I could print money. I could just get customers to come to my home and buy from me. I could just change the government viewpoint and get them to change their ideas and to give me a special permit for my business. Any ideas. It doesn't have to be logical ideas. You write ideas and you write ideas and you write ideas and you write ideas, and you will see that all of a sudden something would change in your mind, and something will happen that you will have a solution to your problem. And the solution may be in the form of you come up with a new idea for business, you come up, you will know that you can do something about it for real. Not only that you can know what to do about it, but you need to sit down and do the drill. You just sit down and do the drill. And if you find it difficult, if you find it hard to do, what you will need to do is to write to me. You simply follow me on Instagram, Meir Ezra Official, and you write me a private message, and I will help you specifically with what you have.
Yes, but and I can respond quickly.
I always respond, and I can tell you for sure that there's not one situation ever that I encounter in my life that I couldn't come up with an idea of a solution if I decided that I want to do something about it. If I want to do something about it, I will do. If I want to do something about it, I will find a way to help you. And there is no situation. I'd never had a client that came to me and I told him, I don't know what to do. Never. You have a problem, you explain the problem to me, I may ask you questions, blah, blah, blah. I may ask you difficult questions. I may ask you questions you don't like, but I'll give you a handling that you may not like, but a handling that will work. Because if I'll give you the handling, I'll give you guarantee that it will work. Even if I give it to you for free, I still give you guarantee it will work.
Very true, and thank you. And I actually was thinking about that for me, the ideas has been key. How to manage. Right now, I'm more working from home and my full-time job, but from here, and just like getting ideas like, okay, how can I make this more productive, and just like keeping contact with co-workers, with the business. So that has been key of how to just change and getting ideas of what can work. Yeah.
It always works. Ideas always work. This process always works. You just need to do it. And it's quite fascinating. And but prerequisite for that is that you need to know that it will be okay. And you need to decide that something can be done about it. You need those prerequisite steps. Even if it takes you a second and you say, yes, I know everything will be okay, and I know something can be done about it. Write it down. Write it down, just so it's stable. You know it will be okay, and you know that something can be done about it. Then do the ideas, and if you write the ideas, you will see that the magic will happen. You will have a miracle. It's like unbelievable.
Very good, and very good tips. So thank you. And I'll do the drill to keep more ideas coming.
Yeah.
Very good, thank you. So how have you been reinventing yourself in this area during this time?
Okay, so for me, the coronavirus was the best thing that ever happened to me, and I think that it's the best thing that ever happened to any businessman if he knows what to do. Because for me, my clients have less distractions, and they are willing. They are more in a need of change. They're more needing something, so they're more listening. They're more engaged. So we 4x the business during the last 3 months.
Wow.
4x. Yes, the business in the last 3 months, and we're helping more and more people, and it is quite fascinating because people need help, and you know for sure for yourself that you have something valuable to give them. It's actually a sin not to give it. It's like if you have a cure for a disease that your child have, and you're not giving it to him, it will be a sin, regardless if he's fighting or not. Yes.
Yes.
You're going to give it to him. He's going to take it. Yes. The same thing. Your viewpoint should be. You should figure out how is your product going to help your clients, and figure out what you think is the value that this product have, and then if you really be close on your product is valuable, you will of course go and give it to people, and you will not agree that they will not take it. And you see that the not agree is not something physical you need to do. It's all in your mind. If you decide that this is really, really, really valuable, and if you decide that people cannot survive without your product, it's like it's more important than oxygen. If you really decide that, automatically people will come to you. You will not need to sell.
Very cool.
Yeah. So you can say that the only sell that you need to be good salesman at is to close yourself, that you have a lot, something really valuable.
Yeah, that you can help, really, and that's key. And I can see it for myself. Like I used to sell something that was in a network marketing company, and I kind of felt that it really worked after I wasn't selling it. Like I still buy it. My mom actually sells it, so I buy it from her all the time, and I know it works. But yeah, at the moment, like I didn't know how to sell it, and the thing is, like, because I didn't really thought I could really help. Maybe that's why I didn't really communicate as much, and so that and how it's for my
you need to sell yourself. You need to close yourself. If you sold yourself, if you close yourself, the rest is easy.
Very true. Very true. Thank you, Meir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Any other questions?
Let's see. Well, those I actually had on those, but one thing else comes to mind is that with the current situation, like not just economically, but we're talking like especially people really do need to go out, is what I feel, because they need to communicate with others for their own health, but also for the kids' health. Like I think it's very important. It's just something that came up to mind right now. I'm not sure it's a question. I don't think it is.
But you're right. You're right. People need to go out and talk, because that's how you create space around yourself. And when you don't communicate, what happens, you start to communicate with your past. When you don't communicate with people, you start to communicate with your past. And the more you communicate with your past, the more insane you become.
Yeah, you get sad and you just don't know necessarily what to do. So it's really important to keep creating like your life as you want to, and helping others. So yeah. So I know this has been very helpful for many people. So
thank you, Alex. Thank you for everyone for listening. Thank you, Anton and John and Swapna and Avi. And I see some people on Instagram. I don't see exactly who is on because the lights are on me. We'll see later. So thank you for being part of this interview. And Alex, thank you. And Amit and Swapna, thank you very, very much for organizing all that. And Shamaya for organizing everything on the background. And Gali for being so unbelievable and amazing and helping me in every step of the way. And mostly for everyone that's listening, please share. And when you share, ask people to follow me on Instagram, Meir Ezra Official, because if they will follow me, they will get more data, more tips, more quote, and they can always, whoever, it's not important if I know the person or not, he can write to me and I will answer and I will help. And my help is always effective. That I can guarantee. It's not maybe nice. It's not maybe something you want to hear. It's maybe not easy, but effective, 100%. So thank you very much, Alex.
Thank you.
I love you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.